Hey, what's up guys? My name's Spencer Stanley. In today's video, I'm gonna be talking about my new office chair. And if you've been struggling with your work from home setup, this video is the one for you. I'm gonna be giving my 2 cents on the research that I did into looking at setting up my new office, why I chose this office chair, and why I didn't go with something like a Herman Miller Aeron. So recently I've been doing a ton of editing just sitting at my computer here. And I've realized after putting in like these 12-hour shifts that my ass was just in so much pain from sitting on my old office chair. So my old office chair is actually a really good office chair. My dad picked this up when his old company was being liquidated. 2001. 2001 is when we bought this chair, liquidated. He used it for a long time and then it was better than the IKEA chair that I had, so I started using it. Problem is, it's a cushion chair and the cushion has kind of just gone from so much sitting in it over the years. There's really just no support in my lower butt area and I needed something new. The 5 chairs that I was looking at would be the autonomous ergo chair, I'm pretty sure is what it's called. There's an IKEA chair, I'll link it below as well. There is this one that I purchased, the Staples Hyken, and then also the Herman Miller Aeron chair. All of these chairs have a few differences and I've watched reviews on all of them. I haven't used all of these chairs. I've used a Herman Miller chair before and it's amazing, but it's also $1,300 to $2,000, somewhere around there. Now, my mentality when purchasing things is to get the best possible thing so I don't end up just upgrading it in a year's time or so. I think spending a lot of money on an office chair is a really good idea because you're sitting in it all day. It's a very heavily used item and it needs to stand up. You don't want to hurt your body because you want it for a while. Normally with the way that I make purchases, I would go with the Herman Miller Aeron because yes, it's very expensive, but the quality is outstanding. It is the best possible chair. Yes, it's expensive and you think spending, $1,100, $1,300, $2,000 on an office chair is a lot, but when you divide that value over its useful life, it's actually pretty affordable. So the big reason that I didn't actually go with the Herman Miller Aeron is because yes, it's very expensive and something like this Staples Hyken Chair is really good value for money in comparison. This chair is extremely comfortable and when reviewed against the Herman Miller Aeron, obviously I don't own a Herman Miller Aeron, but I've watched a ton of reviews and I've watched some comparison reviews of these 2 chairs. And after doing so, I couldn't really justify spending the extra $1,000 on that chair. I just wanted to take a break to talk about the sponsor of this video, and that is me. If you guys want to subscribe to the channel, I'm gonna be making a lot more content like this in the future. So if you enjoy this type of content, I highly recommend subscribing so you can see more videos like this coming up. Also, if you like the video, it takes 2 seconds out of your day to smash that like button. I hate saying that. So this chair is extremely comfortable for the price. When I first unboxed it, I noticed that it was a little plasticky and some of the parts weren't the best. The legs feel a little cheap. They look a little cheap. I wish these were designed a little bit better and just less cheap. But that being said, it's not a quality issue where I'm worried about the legs breaking. It's more of a premium issue as I like the tactile feel of something premium. The rest of the chair, the sitting position, everything is really good. It has a ton of lumbar support in the back, an adjustable headrest. There's only 2 adjustments on the chair, which is kind of a bummer for me. But basically this chair has a recline option, which works really well. Now, another point that I'm gonna just bring up quickly is that the handles on the adjustments are extremely cheap. It's a cheap, hard plastic, and I don't know why they couldn't have just designed something a little bit better. I don't think it would have cost that much more money to just manufacture a little bit of a higher quality product to the touch. So the pros, adjustable. So it goes all the way back, and this is good if you have a footrest. You can comfortably watch a movie. I watched Rough and Rowdy on Barstool the other day in this chair the entire time. I was comfy. I just had my beer and I was sitting back watching the game. I loved it. I had no complaints in terms of the comfort and I sat there for a few hours. So one of the nice things about this reclining feature is that you can actually lock it into, I think, 3 different levels of adjustment of recline. All you have to do is turn the lever back and then get kind of where you want to go, turn it forward and then feel around and it locks into place. See, doesn't that sound nice? And then you let it up and it'll stay here until you push back and it unlocks and now you're good to go again. The one thing is I wish there was a bit more adjustment in terms of exactly where my recline is. This is the normal position, which is good. This is what I'm normally using when I'm working, but it is good to have a bit of a recline so you're not super upright the entire time. So this is the 2nd level of recline and it's really comfortable. I don't mind this, but it's not a comfortable position where I'm gonna work like this all day, I don't think. It has a hydraulic lift, so you just go up, sit on it, and then if you wanna readjust, go down. Works really good. And basically there's this knob at the bottom of it and Oh, it does tension it a bit, hey? So it gives it more of a springy feedback when you tension it. I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I don't, but you can adjust the tilt tension. So it only has those 3 adjustments: locking, recline, up and down, and a tilt tensioner, so you could kind of have a little bit of a stronger resistance in your tilt. Now, another one of the features that I really like about this chair is the mesh construction of the seat. It's really comfortable when you're sitting in it, and it's not gonna degrade over time like a pillow or kind of compress really hard like a pillow. It just kind of shapes to your body, and it's a nice kind of springy feeling while you're sitting in it. Overall, the comfort and feeling of the chair is really good, and there's a ton of pros, but there are a few cons to this chair that I'm noticing over my course of use. Obviously, I went over the feet. I do not like the legs of this chair. They look cheap to me. The armrests are okay. They're not amazing. They feel cheap and plasticky as well. Those are the 2 touch points that I really don't like about this chair. They're padded with kind of a soft padding, which is good, instead of like a really hard plastic. They're not overly uncomfortable, but they're not overly comfortable, if that makes sense. They adjust up and down, but they don't adjust width-wise. So one of the things that I realized when I was sitting here, it's hard to game because you feel so like tight in here and you can't move these. So I would say that overall, this is a really good option for the money, and I don't need much more from a chair than this provides. So I don't think $1,000 for the extra adjustments, the extra premium feel of the chair is really worth it to me when I'm valuing how much money I'm spending on that chair. I don't think the average person really cares about that, and I don't think they need that chair. So I really think this is just a better option for the majority of people, especially people that are gonna be going back to offices soon. They don't necessarily wanna invest in a really expensive home office, right? I think for your money, this is way better value, especially depending on what you do, than a Herman Miller Aeron chair. So anyways, that was the review of my new Staples Hyken Chair. I hope this video was really informative for you if you're having some of the same problems that I came across when trying to purchase my chair. I really recommend this chair, and if you have any other questions, be sure to ask them down below. Let me know what you're sitting on right now for your home office needs, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.